Mayemo bibia ahama wakwaba from Cstv News for so imrena so nsema etwegu omaimu ene omahodo so na yede beso mu se kase na nsem no ye hwede bedimu akotene Nano ada Saturday no ana se Tamale Central abato no so ne kowie tire no ali disedu na onya abato no dodo afenso no mrahwe bedwani de ma de hwe wo sekendi enso aya de wode textbooks ahodo de akwa akoma de hwefo se ne be ye beboa ama adesua ne adetwe so etimi akoso we ne insema ahodo a obete e wakase ne Sarah's Dream Jewelry Street by Manel Amsel Block Machinery and Block Manufacturing, KS Famous Co. Limited, Rema Ushering Agency, and also Yaslin Davia Yede Esum. This one magic pinimidin and mame ama bafua, Mayenda Yonsima Embra. Mayaza mo bibia akwa babio na ye hye ensem na sene ye de ni ekwa kuchire mu ewo Tamale Central na eye memrenda eye ebone bosumida na etoso ensia wa afimpinu ni eduonu enum anachese NDC abato empeso ano so ukọ Tamale Central ade so omode omo primaries ehye so anchese nkrofododo na beye se edumiensa na gina ye se beto wo aba na ekowie echiri eye Professor Alidu Seidu ana onya abato ne dodo no oye lecturer ewo University of Ghana achosende wakasa wo cheru se enhu behia pa se woni na wo beka wo ho abo se ne be ya asondwe mapa so betimi akoso woni na efa eye osana ne bosmeda na etoso insia wa fimpinu ni eduonu enum eye Ghana Air Force helicopter no ekonya akwenhia eno nam so manipa be yese wotwe eto anananum ewo esiedo achose opanyin Mutala Muhammad awonya ne baby ko enso eka ho bie
I want to pray for our departed MP, Honorable Mutala Muhammad, and he was in perfect peace. Second, I want to acknowledge the role played by the NDC as a party and the representative from the national, regional, and constituency level. Second, I want to thank the Electoral Commission, the security agencies, and then the media. And finally, I want to thank my co-aspirants. They have actually conducted this campaign in a very rigorous manner. They have been very humble in the way they campaigned, very generous in the statements they made, and very reconciliatory, even where people believe they have done things that wasn't deserved. So I think the way we have started, it is important that we continue with this tone of reconciliation, and then we work together as a party to be able to bring the seat for the NDC.
Nansente so be hu asa asembi esia obe se na onkrofo ekura wo mobile phones e de etwa de ato abefo fidin time so se ne be ya won so djuma wo de anasa omeye na chese amanfo so ehun de ekoso ewo omaimu na eno na chese omampeni John Dramani Mahama akasa afa ho a wose eye blogging na djuma no ose e wose mpenifo etimi ehemu kina se ne be ya ebetimi aboa eye blogging industry
decentralized, and because anybody who has a phone and a camera can report news to the public, and it means that communications is dealing with a wider range of people, not only traditional, well-organized media houses, but also individuals, especially the new group called bloggers, who go to events with journalists and vie for positions with them to get the best shots and the best stories. And they just go with their phone, edit, and then they put the news out. So they become a very important part of that segment, but are unregulated. And so sometimes They go to the extreme. The language is filthy. I mean, they can just, go to town, either insulting somebody or sometimes on the limits of hate speech. Yeah. And these are things that in the whole world, people are beginning to look at and say, how can we regulate hate speech? How can we regulate, extreme foul language, And so it's just an issue I'm raising so that all of us can begin to think about it. And the point is, would we classify them in the typical sense of journalists? I mean, those bloggers, are they typically journalists? Those are all questions that must agitate our minds.
Na Ghana Mampeni John Dramani Mahama and Ashe Metropolitan Municipal Nothing so Mason Assembly in Nase, one fan share mapa and Guaquim and Senya Baya, and when you dear mapa in I pair or my Ghana Hanmo so a bit me a demo, or say one fan shall be and by what be a fin, I won't put him in Emra and Nemo ending.
And so recently when I saw a regional minister, and she did very well, Linda, going to a Ramsar site to go and demolish buildings and stop people from building. The question I ask myself is, isn't there a district assembly in that area? It should have been the DCE, his planning officer, and all of them who should be there because you live with the people in the district. And the filling of the Ramsar site was not a one-day event. You could see that it had been going on and on. And the worst case is that some of the people had building permits to do what they were doing. I mean, a DCE like that should be sacked immediately.
Na Ghana Mampeni Esanso Abo a bus stop boy so much to say Omotum Hungu Mountain. A year in CCA, I will baby Beatrice when you ever boss a fear or honeymoon. And I say with me, Abua, I dear bear say all day, a hear balloons bear say 200, and I feel so a shovels bear say 300, and I feel prior so I day a pranetin 300, and I feel so no. Gross I day a share and sa a year a fee no so no 300 and I just what they are cow send a baby boa and my honey dear my pansu it's me akoso.
We decided today to recognize these selfless, community-spirited young people who for several years, using their own resources, their energy and strength, continue to volunteer to keep our city clean. My attention was drawn to them, as I said, last year, and that was because they were appealing for a tricycle to be able to cut away the garbage when they have removed it. Tricycle is aboboya for those of you who don't know the tricycle. I donated a tricycle to them. And since then, I've been seeing the good work they do. They take a long stretch, they remove the pavement slabs, and they go into the gutter and scoop the gutter. And by the time they finish, you see water is flowing through the drain. So today we decided to honor them and make a presentation to them so that it can facilitate their work. And so I got the Chief of Staff and the Ministry of Local Government to put their heads together. And they have these items that are arranged over there. They have 200 wheelbarrows. They have 300 shovels. They have 300 brooms. That is the local broom prior. And then the one with a stick, standing broom. There are 300 of those. Then they have 300 hand gloves. You know when you're doing sanitation, you have to wear gloves in order not to carry infection. Then they have brushes, they call them standing brushes. And there are 280 of those. Then there are what they call short brush. I'm not exactly sure what that is. But there are 20 of those. And then they have 300 buckets. plastic buckets, 300 of them. And so we're going to present it to them this morning in recognition of their work, the work they do, and also to facilitate and make it easier for them to continue doing what they do.
Now, remembering that a board neighbors me that net also in Sian while Fimpinoni, Eduno, Enum, Bratches and 24, a pow a year resanitation day, no a home entoma, and Onuyan for Ahmed. A day in some to a just say, I was say, I have for no, what to me a boa send a bay, Yahuni, dear, any naya pencil, a bit to me, a conin. After so my uncle a appointment team na St. Stephen Presbyterian Senior High Technical School and no ewo Isiakwa ewo Ebuakwa South Mason ewo infifi appointment team and na chese what they want sema to edwa wo treble says okopie mu ewo ho a nsuo akoye den pan ewo ho no so benye nsuo edware esinyema na sa anoma who acquire them pie and sadi to do, and there a Linda Door Enterprise. It's me, I could see a boho for fraud at the ama at the shade, send a bear. In so bit me, I am not at the amount. Church of Jesus Christ Latter-day Saint Africa, and Build the School Initiative Africa. Akawa ho aboma kwa kusi a 6-unit classroom block at the ama addition for war Oyerebi SHS and no ewo achimansa mesin ewo epoyem mantemu nanu anachese headmaster owo honum eye William amewu ede asida piesie ede ema amafo esenebe ya na osanso ede etu edwase ohwe ewba sasia ponima science laboratory anafenso assembly hall anafenso eye teachers bungalow ade se woni bi ewo honte wo mesre se obetimi aye wo moa. Na baye nansen kakre nie so kopie mu ewo Pristia Honi Valley eyade se bogoso eye sabia ye wono amafo eti etua pa ne na se eye investor no owo ho no omboa amadwumedi enkoso ne mum nende eyade se omampani John Dramani Mahama protest anasa oye twa woye ye efa eye opania chese no wodi wo so ewo honom no achese nde yi ne to akunwa ya de fofora besu no wose wani ajepa so mampani etimi aboa ede investor foforo ede abase ne be ye betimi aboa ma impunto so etimi aba eye impotemu ho
tiende underground na ye rehwehwe nti company p aba besenoko especially I know what we investors ya baba so ya so bi enwu he ba eyinum me hu bibi there wo be ya ze kire there want to go do krumpo na sika bi ekaw bi a okay kire wo tuatua no mu hu ne there eyinum wo botum wo aboa he
somebody who hasn't started work but is able to pay the workers before even coming in. That was the first step. Number 2, look at our surroundings. We started moving some things like weeding, making sure light, because there were no lights. The lights were cut off. But when they came, they were able to restore the power for the company. Somebody who hasn't started the work, but doing all these things, I think they will do better.
And I was saying, I'm the heat tower be the only Jake said in my hand. Company Oma Oguye, now if you preserve Cramos Watina, now why I drink a party at my hand. A band and body will try my heat to a bed. Yet, I want to get about a bounce there, which one my company was sort of funding from Pawufra.
Patrick Apia means a penny quantum.
tiende underground na ye rehwehwe
Sani ebe ya bebua ma additional de trenso etimi akoso no ade se mrahwe bedwani de ma de hia wo sekendi eye onimonyafo lawyer Blay amanya beke eso etimi aye adwumason ede exercise books be yes 3000 ede akoma na ne hia sani ebe ya bebua ama eye school konso etimi aye kra behwe. na abedwa ku a wohwe eya pomodin ensem so e de abetu edwase titu eye yare a ye friend se schistosomiasis ana fin so elephantiasis no eya de se wotimi ebo wo homodin se ne be ya imofra wedi finsha enum no betimi awo won panne na wo se eye campaign ebe e shase inde juei ekusi eye ebo ne bosmi de beto so eduonu wa fimpinu ni eduonu enum
targeting lymphatic filariasis, schistosomiasis, and onchocerciasis nationwide. These are neglected tropical diseases that can be prevented and treated. They disfigure and disable, keeping children out of school and parents out of work. They are commonly found in poor communities and contribute to poverty and severe stigma. Human onchocerciasis, known as river blindness, the disease affects the skin and eyes. It is caused by a parasitic worm, which is transmitted by black flies. This disease is endemic in 31 countries across sub-Saharan Africa, including Ghana. In Ghana, 149 districts are reported to be endemic for onchocerciasis, and we've had MDAs being implemented since 1997. While significant progress has been made in controlling onchocerciasis, many challenges remain to meet the global goal of elimination by 2030.
So mass drug administration, jumedibia yema yeshendro ewo yempotemu na this year no yeshendro said we are yare friend JP and I face yeshendro said we yare be friend Junsumuja and I face yeshendro be said we yare be to say onchocerciasis or say onchocerciasis and the fry ne hunam yare na onchocerciasis in 78 districts 79 districts and they said you made and lymphatic filariasis and ACJP no 2 districts and schistosomiasis no and also 13 districts. Okay, schistosomiasis and ACJP na but I say yempese Ghana ni babia binya jusumuja so bi crown pa besi tuase yempese Ghana ni bia se binya jepim wa woni jepim yare no se bi wan hwia ona ekese ana se wenya hydrosol ana se enkrodo so
ohini owo kakasunanka number 1 I friend no say ninenumo tay otoso miensan ade so de atu edwa so de nenu atofom pa wona wo wia ade na sa akonfo wenfo no ade se wo wia wade na wo de weni aba kiremu ewo kakasunanka anu na cheso wo chirebu se anhwa na sei obeda ho na cheso obi amebu wura wo de mu a owrabu wa nisa my engine san we so na yenda ye ho sima ye ba ye de dia kan so enso
Yamawakwaba Ediba Answer Company Limited. So we pay blocks machines here papa. None bonso assign edda former dia. Any na enwani Answer Company Limited. Your conveyor blocks machines, hydraulic blocks machines, pallets, any blocks machines in one set using na. And nothing so blocks machines are who draw opening in a bin so ewo ho. Just ya chakwan enya. Ye was Spinters Road 18 Junction. Yani KFC Dino and a edin she nimu. Freye, it was 05,240 and I say 0540-725850. Amstel blocks machines in papa pa efie.
Every piece tells tells a story of love, elegance, and timeless beauty. At Sarah's Dream Jewelry, we bring you exquisite craftsmanship, stunning designs, and pieces that celebrate your moment. From engagement to anniversaries, birthdays to just because surprises, we help you make memories that shine forever. Discover timeless classics, modern elegance, and breathtaking collections, all at prices that sparkle. Looking for something unique? Our expert artisans craft personalized jewelry made just for you. Let's make your moment unforgettable. Sarah's Dream Jewelry, where elegance meets you.
Na yetwa seminar swa headmaster Dema at Ahafo Senior High Technical School and no ewa Ahafumantemo Derek Dujefi and so at the adesre ato abai enim say on na Feed Ghana initiative no obetimi aboa won papa yes and se wo asase yantan bi eda ho no obetimi aboa amasa dwumedi aban e de aba no so obetimi edimu paye.
This is the school farm that we have cultivated 28 acres of maize, and we have few mangoes and cashew also in there. We also have livestock, and then and it's helping us. So for the past 4 years, we are making a lot of money and also feeding the children as well. Unfortunately for us, though we have a great department which is championing this particular project, we don't have tractors to help them.
We don't intend taking it anywhere. It is for the students. Anytime our maize supply is not in, we rely on it. We will have enough to feed our students. The vegetables, we have started supplying a bit of it to our kitchen.
America say Okopiemu ewa Gaza any Israel for 8 Maya descent to quite so ewa one table no anu akoye den paye ne sanintino Israel for 8 me ato to paye akọ Gaza 9 months prepare America say dia adanya hodo na access ye mu nipa so atimi prepare pa yamanbo efri ohonom eba. Na gospel singer yes Selena Boateng so den sama betu edwa wo treble says so wajidin owosika na ohu efa eno na twesem ma omo woso no anasem ma omo ho no moni eje omo po bi a twesem nsem wo bie oye famous pa no moni na atena ebe wie che no na twese wagya ne ntifia ano so o de etu edwa se entwa ye kra. Area de share Hasani Yedekasia Yabwa Nuna Eddie ABC Ewa Hasle Sweet Tom Brown, when you show a track Kwayamu Air Kaswa, a mouse from after Subetini after one. It was 0546 196319. Rema Oshrin Agent Samoa Kaswa, a mouse from Betini after one. 0546 196319. And I'll say Amsa Block Machinery and Block Manufacturing. Was painters commonly a caption and an MD in Sarah's Dream Jewelries. More Asafwa Chair, Ashi Street, Kaneshi. A Hassan Yede Cassian na ABC, Nyamidi Pinyamidi, and Nemame Ama Bafwa.